So
well, you're always starting with 10, and then you're modifying it with armor, and then the dex modifier is gonna be based on what kind of armor you're wearing.
Yeah.
So you should have, at a minimum, you're gonna have 10 plus your dex modifier.
The sun's starting to come up. You guys are all untied now, and you have a decision to make of which direction to go.
Well, let's see what this guy wants to do. Where is civilization here, sir? What is your name, by the way? I am Tyburn.
Coswin.
All right, Coswin.
Start trekking
Snow,
towards it.
Artlox, Kavara.
I already introduced her, so...
Oh.
He didn't listen to me.
Oh, I grabbed my coins back, by the way.
I'm known as Dragon Lady.
Well, it's assumed. I think we just grab up all our stuff that was.
How much does this shield weigh?
This is a rather large wooden shield with metal trim on it, so I'm going to say it weighs about 12 pounds.
12? I don't even think a metal shield weighs that much in the rulebook.
Oh, no.
Well, it's like an artifact
metal shield
probably
is
of
also
some kind as well. Well, Coswin, let's go find ourselves some better accommodations. I hate being out here in the rain.
It is raining. The sun's coming up. You guys are all fucking freezing.
Yeah, we should go find like an actual inn or something.
Do you have a jacket, coat, maybe? I don't know. A blanket on you, perhaps?
You're basically naked at this point. You were only wearing like basic clothes before, and a majority of it has been eaten away.
The only thing that's in the thing for shield is it just says shield. It's plus 2 AC and 6 pounds, but it's whatever Ben wants it to be because he's the GM, and then you know.
I several times I have described its physical appearance and its dimensions.
Well,
well, we could go south. There's a town down that way. It's a couple of days out though.
I've taken that blanket that I took
let's not be
from
wasting time.
That marketplace, and I've wrapped that around me as I'm mounting on my horse. Like,
well,
so you guys are not exactly in wonderful shape. You estimate that if you went full speed, you could get there in about a day. But you guys are lagging a little bit. You've got 2 emaciated horses. They're not exactly moving fast. A couple of the guys are encumbered. It was going to take you about a day and a half to get to the nearest town.
Let's get a move on.
Well, I asked Coswood here, why are you out here?
No reason.
Well, are you a man of the land?
did you just call him homeless?
Well, technically, Kavar is the only one who's not homeless.
No, Mitch can go home and live with his parents.
Oh yeah, you could go live in mommy's.
Mitch can live with his parents.
I am truly a murder hobo, actually.
All right, so do you guys head south towards the nearest town?
If that's the nearest town, then yes.
That is the direction
I
of
asked
the nearest town.
Coswood again, are you a man of the land? Do you know where, like, maybe there's some shelter closer?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. It's nice out.
You're used to you might actually like it based on it's your character. You play him as a you're used to this kind of weather.
Well, it's not pagan because the sun's coming up.
Yeah,
Sun's
and
coming.
there's no giant mushrooms.
Let's say you guys have a little bit larger sight radius now.
Can we take our break?
Yeah, if you want, we can take our break.
We're only going for another half hour anyway.
Yeah, we got to talk
Don't worry,
dirty.
then.
You're heading south. It's going to take you about a day and a half to get to the nearest town. I mean, if you want, you could just keep going through the night, or you could just try to make a camp somewhere.
I still can't work out my armor.
Okay, what's your dex modifier?
I don't think you had armor on,
One.
like AC wise.
You have 11 AC.
But that's
So you
what I
start
had
at 10. You start at 10. And then if you pick up armor, that will be your new default AC.
Oh, right.
Then you're going to add whatever your dex modifier is to that. So before you would have had 12 before. Is what it would have been if you have a dexterity modifier of 1. So, and then now you have no armor, which means you have a base AC of 10, which you're going to add your dex modifier to, which is 11. So,
what do you guys keep trudging through the night and into the next day, or do you make camp for the night?
I think we should keep going unless there's some obvious cover we can get under and make a fire and all that good stuff. This is a marshy area, you said, right?
It is a marshy area. You're on a raised. The road is 2 lanes, one way and the other. It's on a raised dike, and the road stays level, but you could tell the sides kind of peel away sometimes, and you're 10-12 feet above the marsh bed. Sometimes it's only 2 or 3 feet, but it's clearly marshy area with forests on either side.
We should just keep going.
Keep trudging through the night. Agreed?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys decide to keep going through the night. You all
during our journey, I'm going to describe where we come from, or at least I come from, to Coswin all the way.
Okay, so exposition dump. You explain.
I'm not from here.
Geographic and like cultural tropes of where you're from.
I tell him all about how cool Helm is.
All right,
Every one of us.
It's been a while since I've been back in anywhere, so I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay pretty quiet about anything around here.
I sit there and was about to prepare myself to hear the tale of Borkvarrd, but then I remembered, and then I kind of got a little sad.
You get quiet and sad.
It was too quiet. It's just too quiet. So, because you guys went past the point of comfortable trekking, you all get first level of exhaustion, which is disadvantage on all saving throws until you rest. But you do make it to the nearest town, which is right here, and called Mortum. So you guys...
you changed the map since my version.
Yes, I have. I have changed the map a little bit, and I'm getting redder, like, as the day goes by. Jesus Christ, the sun.
It's that fair Polish skin that's burning you.
Yeah. So you round this last copse of trees, and you see the town start to kind of rise out of the marshland in the distance. As you get closer, you see it's a fair-sized town. It's not a city. And it smells awful. You can tell from a mile away that this isn't just a medieval hamlet, and you smell horse manure. You smell what could only be described as the like putrefying flesh of some sort just permeates from the town.
I'm gonna grab some of the perfume from my bag and just rub it on my nostrils.
That's exactly what I was about to say too.
We all don the Venetian masks.
Like doctors.
I've got one of those somewhere if you want me to put it on.
Crossbone, it doesn't bother you nearly as much as it bothers them.
Yeah.
Business as usual.
So you get to the outskirts of the town. Small hamlets start springing up, and there's people. The rain starts to die down a little bit. It's a pretty. I mean, there's a decent
go away
amount.
Completely.
I turned it down. There's like this butter zone where if you go here, it's loud, or if you go here, it's nothing. And Midgeman, that is terrifying.
Oh, I didn't even notice it for a second. I just thought he was trying to be a little creepy. Oh wow.
No, he's being more than just a little creepy. He's being extremely creepy.
It's just need like a background soundtrack of like
There's
kids laughing.
People viewing about. It's early in the morning. People are going about their days. No one really. Jesus Christ, Midge, that's even worse. No one seems to pay too much attention to an odd band of travelers coming to the town.
Where's the nearest inn?
I need a shop to buy some new flipping armor.
Yeah, I need to go to the shop get some new fucking clothes.
What do you guys do?
Where's the nearest inn, Coswood?
We also need to buy a map as well.
I have no idea. You don't know where the tailor shop is, the clothing store? Anything?
Are there any town guards nearby? You could always ask them
You
for
haven't
direction.
seen any armed people, but there's plenty of people around.
Ben, it is a little loud. It's
I
a
can
little
hear
too.
that.
I could only just hear that, to be fair.
There we go. Well, I like keeping my volume at high, so I keep it at high. And
Yeah, that was a bit loud.
yeah, okay, there we go.
Well, there's a volume slider on my end and a volume slider on your end, and unless one of these days we go we all get on the same page, we're all going to hear it at a different volume. So you guys are in the town. There's plenty of people walking about and going about their morning business.
I go to the nearest person and I go, just tell me where's the nearest inn. Just tell me.
It's a young woman, maybe girl, 13, 14 years old. You put your hand on her shoulder, and she spins around, startled. Sees your ashen complexion and the horn sticking out of your head, shrieks and runs away.
That's wonderful. Could I have at least tried like a check on that, or? All right, I go to the next person and I try it again, but this time with a charm.
I try and look more human.
Hold on, I'm gonna put
Well,
my glasses on. My glasses of charming, and do the same. Because I'm still got them. It's just like...
So,
Yeah.
which one of you is doing what now?
Oh, I'm gonna do it again because I'm gonna do a persuasion
Okay,
check.
so Snow, you grab somebody. Who do you pick out of the crowd? There's all sorts of people about.
The person that looks friendliest.
Okay. You just walk up to a middle-aged man. There's nothing too terribly interesting about him. He's wearing he's got like a leather apron on and like cloth breeches and things like that. And you walk up to him, and what do you say?
Well, first I'm gonna make a check with this, and I'm gonna just say, I just really need to know where the nearest inn is. I've had a horrible past like 3 days, and I need some sleep.
He looks you up and down. He can see that you're soaking wet and you're shivering and you're all tired. You're all terribly burdened down by all this shit you're carrying. And then his eyes kind of take you all in as a whole, and he looks you in the eyes. He says, "You're looking for the Creaky Stables. It's down the road and to the left."
I'm getting a hint of racism here. All right, thank you. And I go to the Creaky Stables.
So you guys continue down the road?
Is there anyone not human in the crowd?
No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna fit in just fine, I guess.
Everybody's a squishy.
Says the guy who's naked.
She's still a dragon!
Gee, it's a girl and it's a dragon.
Sorry, your dragon gonads are covered by a loincloth.
She's
What
a
about
girl!
those tits? What about those dragon tits?
I said gonads. I didn't say anything
I think
about
you
a breast.
misunderstand the reptilian nature of a dragon.
Well,
Okay.
I don't
so,
know. You look at Sly's icon. There's clearly some tits in those armor. I'm just calling it like I see it, okay?
You know, all those fucking degenerates.
Like it's it.
The villager departs. He gives his words of advice and departs. Down the road and to the left. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna I'm gonna progress down the road, but on the way I'm gonna look for any just sort of general stores, because I kind of want a map of the area, and I kind of also want to look for like an armorer.
That'd be
okay,
nice.
so you continue down the road. There might be a couple dozen buildings on each side before you see a road that branches off to the left. You do pass a 5 and dime on the way. You don't see an armorer though.
Was that like a reference to a newspaper stand?
The stores from old time of days called, it's like a general store back in the day. It was called a 5 and dime.
Right,
I always
I'm
thought
gonna
that
go
happened
into the
actually.
store.
All right, so you go into the store. What do the rest of you guys do?
I'm going to the inn.
Also-
I'm getting a bed
Okay.
and some like, and I'm gonna
So-
dry out my clothes.
Mid goes to the general store.
I'll go with him.
Snow, you go to the Grease Stables, and what do the other 3 do?
I'm gonna follow Midge.
I'll go with Midge.
I'll go to the store. We could probably replenish our rations.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 of you walk into the store, and there is it's a general store. There's nothing terribly impressive about it. It is a small store in a small town. You don't see any large items, but there's plenty of foodstuffs. and bits of clothing and things like that. And there is a like a hostess standing behind a waist-high wooden counter.
I walk up to the.
A chest-high wall. It's gonna be a firefight.
Jesus Christ!
I walk up to the lady behind the counter. I've got my glasses of charming on as well, just to make myself look a little bit more dashing. And then and I'm gonna ask her for supplies I personally need, which I'm looking for a map of the area. I'm looking for 1 ration, and I'm also going to inquire if she knows anywhere where I can refill my water skin.
Okay, she listens to you, and she kind of chortles and laughs at you the first thing you say, and goes, "A cartographer? If you want one of those, you'll have to go to the capital." The thought of you getting a map from her is humorous to her, but she has food.
Okay.
Is she from Michigan?
She is.
Okay. I'll just take the ration pack and. How much is
What
that?
are the stats on your spectacles
gold.
there?
I don't know. We haven't had them properly identified. I just know what they are.
2 gold pieces. She's impatient.
2 gold pieces for.
Did I stutter?
You
No,
need to
I'm
finagle
just
with her.
quite.
I don't know. Did you? I can't tell.
Sounded like a bit of a.
You know what? Keep the ration. I'll just be on my way.
Fine. She grabs it and she puts it back under the counter.
That's per ration she's charging, or?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to take 3.
All right.
That price?
Finally, Amanda speaks my language. So she takes her gold and she hands you the 3 rations. They're kind of packaged up in brown paper bags, dried meat, and like some bread and things like that. All the normal
The
rations.
language of extortion.
She's a shopkeeper. She responds to gold.
She sees foreigners and goes, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck them."
Ooh,
Not.
You
not
can't figure.
sexual.
You take a look at it. You don't know what kind of meat it is, but it's a dried meat and it looks edible.
I'm not
It's
comfortable
actually
with
dragon.
Ration packs to people.
Okay. So Artlox, you got no rations and no map.
that. Well, I got no extra ration. So I'm down to.
You didn't buy any.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least you still have your dignity.
Smash cut.
Kind of.
Snow was walking down the street. Takes the first left he finds, continues down for about 100, 200 feet, and the pungent smell of manure kind of overpowers everything. He turns to the side and he sees a very old building filled with horses.
That fucker.
A large gust of wind comes by and you can hear the building go.
Yeah. Is there a stable master evidently in the open that I can talk to?
Building inspector.
No, you went off to a side street. It's not nearly as crowded as before, and it's kind of like it's like a communal building. People tie up their horses there when they're in town for the day.
Well, I will tie up aggro.
Did you take Waffles with you, or is Waffles still with Artlock?
I assume it's of Artlocks.
Okay. So
No wonder she didn't like him. Or you took waffles in there with you.
Got a
All right,
fucking
so,
horse with half its face missing.
Snow, what do you do?
Well, I tie up aggro and
Tie up
I
aggro.
go and I guess I get some food for aggro to eat. Is there like food, like hay lying around to go and?
No. There's
great.
no communal food to feed your livestock.
Is there someone nearby that was selling food for livestock?
Well, you could go buy grain or something like that. But yeah, it's on you right now. So you can hang out with Aggro, or you can head back up to the general store with the rest of them.
Well, this time I'm gonna put my hood over my head.
You cover
Make
up
sure
your
my
demon
tail is well, my demon horns are pretty small, so they're My hair almost covers them up.
All right, so you come back. You go back the way you came, correct?
Yeah, and I make sure my tail is definitely hidden as well.
You tuck your tail, and you head back to the general store.
Down the
on your way there, you notice that there's a building that clearly has a little bit more of a jovial nature in the noises coming from it, and you can hazard a guess that you know where the tavern is.
Okay, I'm gonna go in there.
Hang on a sec.
Do, 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 do.
All right, sorry about that. Okay, so what do you guys do?
Said I'll go there, and I'm gonna inquire A, about how much the rooms cost. B, where's the nearest person that sells livestock feed, and yeah.
All right, so you go into the tavern. You go up to the barkeep. The barkeep is a kind of a portly man, maybe about 50, 55, you'd say, completely bald, kind of like amorphous blob kind of a man. He's very, very nervously, kind of just absentmindedly cleaning things. And you come up to him and you inquire a couple things, and he goes, 50 silver for a room. 50 silver for a room. There's a general store right down the street. Just be careful. And he turns away and he keeps absentmindedly cleaning.
Did you say at the end? Did you say be careful?
Yes.
I will
You got to be careful about.
just audibly enough to for him to be able to hear it. Ask him, why do I need to be careful? And I'm gonna throw a persuasion check on top of that.
All right.
I think it's just OCD.
He turns around and he looks at you with just wide eyes, right in the face. He goes, "Don't kill anybody!" And he turns around and he keeps cleaning.
Man, we got some bad rep. Well,
No, we're in white nationalist town. That's where we are.
I know, right? Okay, well, it's 50
Human
silver per
power.
room.
Human power.
Okay. I hand him 150 silver
So
for 3 rooms.
for 3 rooms. He accepts
And,
them. He hands you a couple keys.
and
He bites every one of them just to make sure.
I head down towards where the rest of the party is.
So you exit, and it's just a few doors down to find the general store. You saw them go in. You know where it is. And you enter, and the rest. So then Bob's like eating a piece of bacon or something like that. Artlox is like counting money because he's pissed he didn't get a ration.
Okay, and I go, hey guys, I've got 3 keys. If you want to go and pay for a room, you can. But who wants what? I got 1 room already, so how do you want to split this?
I'm gonna take a room from you because you left me, you bastard.
Okay. So
How many beds are there per room?
There's just one bed, one normal.
You only got 3 keys.
Humanoid-sized bed.
You only got 3
that's
rooms.
50 silver per room. You gotta budget sometimes.
Dibs.
Throw a key to what's his fucking name?
Cost.
Godwin. Yeah.
The international dibs policy. Sorry.
Artlox has a room to himself, and the other 3 you guys are bunking together.
I don't know. I mean
I'll go get my own room.
all right.
I got silver.
Anybody mind if I sleep on the floor in one of your rooms?
You can sleep in my room, I guess.
All right, I got a bedroll.
Decade lady.
Maybe the villagers would lynch you if you didn't. It's-
Maybe, I don't know. It's just I still need to get simple clothes from this general store.
Ah. Well, you're getting the simple clothes.
You're
I'll also
basically nude. There was some simple clothing from that store. So if you want, I mean, you guys are just having this conversation. It's
I
pretty
need your
innocuous. It doesn't.
I need your clothes, I need your boots, and your motorcycle. No, okay, people got that reference. Good, okay.
I did get the reference.
So if you want, you can find some simple clothing from the
Terminator.
neural.
All right, how much does the simple clothing cost?
Store. All right, so you meander about. You find the only any extra large sizes that you can get your hands on. Bring them to the counter. The woman clearly pissy that you guys are bothering her still. Shoves them off to the side.
How dare you give me money?
Okay, how much does the feed cost for my horse?
Feed for your horse, like a sack of grain. A sack of grain would probably be about 60 silver pieces.
Okay. I am. 1 second. I am gonna make this a little bit better here. I'm gonna give her a wink.
Inflation hit this part of the country pretty bad.
Okay.
Horse feed is cheaper than 1 ration. Fucking.
I give her a wink. Let's see, maybe she lowers it a little bit.
Oh, let's see. What was that? What was
An
that?
18.
She looks at you in the eye and she kind of giggles a little bit and she lowers the price to 350.
Fucking Christ.
Wait, 350 silver?
No.
Oh.
3 gold.
Oh,
3.5.
All right. Well, fuck. I give it to her.
So you're paying for Kafar's clothing?
No,
I already paid
I'm
for my
paying for
clothing.
my horse feed.
Oh, your horse feed. Oh, okay. Then okay,
Yeah.
you got your horse feed down to 50.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Kavara gives the
I thought you were
wench
talking about
her 4
Kavara's.
gold pieces.
It was about this time I realized the shop owner was.
Was a lesbian.
You all clearly noticed that food is not cheap here.
Yeah. That came evident real fast.
Mm-hmm. Coswin's not necessarily too perturbed by this. It's something he'd be used to. So you get Kavara, you immediately put on your clothes, so you're no longer exposing your dragon lady bits to people.
Right, I do.
Are you guys done in the general store?
I am.
I am.
Everybody's done in the general store. What do you do?
I go to
Go to
bed.
the inn and get my key.
Go to the inn. Okay, Bob, you go up to the nervous bartender, shopkeep, general person there. He's very he has the same mannerisms as he had before, just kind of nervously looking around, not really paying attention to the customers. He charges you the same amount for a room, throws you a key.
I'm gonna ask him what the nearby temple is.
Temple? There's no nearby temple. Nearest temple's in Ostia.
What god?
It is a temple to all gods.
Let's see. All right. Well, I'm gonna go upstairs and go to sleep.
So that's how I feel about this place. Just get me some rest. I could do it at another time.
Godless people. Bring help to them.
And what's that?
So you all have rooms. Kavar, you're sleeping on the floor of Snow's room?
Yep.
Your Snow's room. Okay, so you guys have retired at like 8 o'clock in the morning or something like. But
Fuck
you're tired. It's warm. The beds are fit for everybody but Kavara, but she's sleeping on the floor, so what does it matter? But it's warm. You dry your clothing. You're no longer exhausted anymore. You guys all have all your HP back. And let's say you guys probably rouse in the early afternoon.
Let's end it there because it's
'cause I gotta go.
12:30.
Yep.
And we gotta end it. So
That is actually an excellent ending point.
That's what I was trying to get to. What that was.
what XP do we get, or if any?
You guys get none.
You get nothing.
I'm a little sad to get inspiration for my untying myself and threatening Roach.
Fortunately, you guys failed to kill anything. But you know what? Let's see. Hang on. What was the?
I mean, I'm charming a shopkeep.
I'm gonna say everybody got 50 XP for the failed fight.
Including Corswind, who wasn't there.
No, he doesn't. He was not in the fight, so he doesn't get any. No, you actually get 60 because you were the one who had the best strategy fighting that monster, which was to just end round and book it.
Coolio.
First person to think of that.
Bit upset that I didn't get any for the whole kneeling in front of the statue, talking to a
You have the
dead man.
shield.
What?
You're the only one who left with any loot.
That's
Oh no, I have a gold piece of some kind.
You have a gold piece.
It's loot
have an-
that is also
you have
gonna
a different- you have an old
prompt
gold
what I
piece.
do with my character.
I will. Actually, I need to write that down in my thing. I'm not writing down it as my money. I'm writing it down as like a little trinket thing.
Write down ancient coin.
Because I think that shield has prompted me to take the College of Valor.
And I'm gonna actually remember for next session to inquire more about that with you. Now that I'm actually in good lighting, you know.
Yeah,
All right, I gotta go though.
You guys are in a safe spot now, so yeah.
All right.
I would also like to point out something that I thought was really funny was the fact that I very specifically gave you a 6-foot ladder and a 5-foot gap, and no one put those two together.
You said it was stuck in the wall, right?
Stuck in the wall. It's made of wood. You all have weapons.
The wall is made of wood? I thought it was made out of...
The ladder's made of wood.
Cut it.
Oh.
Anyway, bye guys on the stream. Thank you all for joining us this week. We'll see you will we see you next week?
Next week is the, what, 26th?
Yeah, it's Boxing Day.
I don't know what that is.
It's the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, we call it the day after Christmas here.
I don't have
we
anything to
call
do
it
on that
Boxing
day.
Day. Okay,
We'll figure it out.
We'll find
Bye,
out. We might be back, but
I'll
just
figure it out.
keep an eye on the Discord servers. We'll let you know.